Today I'm recreating the very popular Jellycat plushes by turning them into actual foods. If you're unlike me and your social media feed hasn't been taken over by these quirky little plushes, Jellycats are these whimsical, soft character toys. And I feel like what makes them so special is that they have something for everybody. So if you're into gardening, they have the most adorable plants. If you're interested in sports, they have balls. And if you like astronomy, animals, dinosaurs, or just cute things, they have something for you. And as someone who loves food, I'm obsessed with all of the different food and drink plushies. So today I'm turning some of my favorite Jellycats into foods, but let me know what your favorites are in the comments if you have any, and yeah, let's get into it. This first one is super simple. I'm actually cheating a little bit and using this frozen croissant dough I found at Whole Foods. I just didn't want to go through the hassle of making them from scratch. But we are making the chocolate bread dough for their little feet, so first whisk together flour, baking powder, and cocoa powder. Mix that together with some yogurt, and I'm kneading the dough just until it becomes smooth. This next part took me so long, I literally had to sit down, but I took small bits of the dough and formed them into what the Jellycat website calls soft pastry knobbles. I don't know why that is so funny to me. I placed down pairs of the so-called knobbles onto a baking sheet. I let these guys rise for about half an hour before baking them off. Once they were completely cooled, I just piped on their cute little faces with some melted chocolate, and hopefully you can't see my hands shaking too much here. I was so nervous to mess these up, but I think they turned out super cute. Moving on to the Jellycat that inspired this entire video, the birthday cake. This is probably one of the cakes I'm most proud of making, and surprisingly, it's one of the simplest. In the pictures, his cake layers look like a simple vanilla sponge, so I started by whipping together some eggs and sugar. Then I whisked in all of the dry ingredients and then all of the wet. I divided the batter into 2 cake pans and popped them into the oven to bake. Now, according to the Jellycat website, he's made with buttercream, but I personally felt like a nice fluffy vanilla whipped cream would be so much tastier, especially since we're adding strawberries later, and a strawberry shortcake vibe is just perfect for the summertime. So once the cakes were cooled, I piped huge dollops of cream all around the edge of the first cake layer. Into the center, I added some strawberry, and you kind of just repeat that for the next layer as well. For the finishing touches, all that was left was to pipe on his tiny legs, which you can see gave me a bit of trouble, but I powered through and added on his face with some melted chocolate and, of course, placed on his little candle on top. This was such a tasty cake. The combination of the vanilla layers with the whipped cream and the strawberries was really freaking good. Highly recommend. Last but not least, we have my favorite out of the bunch, the pink and white marshmallows. If you've never made homemade marshmallows before, this is your sign. So let's make them together. First, I mixed some gelatin into cold water and I set that aside for later. Now you're going to need a stand mixer or a hand mixer for this recipe, unless you're the Hulk, because it requires a lot of whisking at high speeds. So first we're whipping together some egg whites and sugar until they reach soft peaks and set that aside as well. Over to the stove, I'm making a sugar syrup by heating together some sugar, water, maple syrup, and cornstarch. I cooked this over medium-low heat just until the temperature reached 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Immediately remove this from the heat and carefully stir in the gelatin. To be completely honest, it doesn't smell great, but I don't know, somehow this turns into delicious marshmallows, so I'm not even gonna question it. Okay, back to the mixer. I had this on low speed and slowly streamed in the syrup until it was fully combined. Then I turned it up to high and let that go until the marshmallow mixture started looking glossy, smooth, and thick like this. For the 3 different colors, I mixed in a bit of vanilla paste for the white marshmallows, strawberry juice for the pink, and cocoa powder for the brown. And I love how subtle and pretty the colors turned out. It's so pretty. To form them into Jellycats, I piped the vanilla and strawberry fluff into these little molds that I made. I actually learned my lesson the hard way the first time I attempted to make these, and they stuck completely to the sides because I forgot to grease the molds, so please learn from my mistakes. But yeah, you can do the same thing or just use some shot glasses or cups you might have lying around, or just even freehand the piping. And to make these even cuter, I then piped on their legs with the chocolate marshmallow and waited for them to set again. This honestly felt like forever because I was so excited to see how they would turn out after adding the iconic Jellycat smile on them, and let me tell you, they did not disappoint. I just wanted to say that that was probably the most fun I've had in a long time, so please let me know if you want to see me recreate more Jellycats, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.